What's up, everybody? Welcome to yet again another exciting episode of Talking Moments. And today, it's definitely going to be one of my reviews again. You guys, I am super pumped about Real Housewives of Lagos. I cannot wait. Every Friday morning, this is me constantly in front of my TV, just refreshing to see if Showmax has dropped another episode. I wish they gave us the entire Real Housewives of Lagos episode so that we would have watched and we can do a lot of reviews as we're watching. But this is how Showmax decided to give it to us. Yeah, they're feeding us week by week. Yeah, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you go to www.showmax.com and of course download and subscribe, because that's the only way you can get the full experience. Episode 3. I told you guys last week that this whole not showing up at the beach from Laura was definitely going to cause some sort of a ruckus. And the drama on episode 3, the Gbazgbos. I was like, pause, calling my friend, are you watching this? Oh my God! So, we know how the ladies had a lovely time at the beach, except of course the housemates who decided to make herself absent. They were all talked about, in fairness. She's just that she wasn't there to defend herself. And so word has it that Toyin kind of told her all that went down on the beach. Now, this is my thing. I get it. At this point in episode 3, associations have been formed. You can tell the people who are getting along, and you can tell the people who are literally like, I don't really care much for this. So I think Tony and Laura definitely have a friendship. Iyabo, Chioma, and Caroline definitely are like, you know, thick and thieves. They definitely have bonded. They bonded on the beach. I also think Tony and Iyabo are cool. Tony sort of comes across as, I'm this boss lady, I don't get into drama, I'm not meddling into anybody's gist. But then, darling Tony, you can tell your friend what was said about her in absence, yeah? But I feel like it would have been nicer if you kind of said it to her when the other ladies were there. Maybe we should have just waited for Caroline's Bohemian event and everybody was going to be there. So you'd be like, you didn't come. We played games, so this is what we said about you. That way, I don't think Laura would have come there already ready to fight. You know what I mean? She already had a preconceived notion of what had been said about her. But I jumped back. It opens with Laura trying to get into Iyabo's good looks. I can see why, because, you know, Iyabo for the first time offering to invite you out. If that was me, I would also not be offended, but I would just think, this girl, I invited her out, she didn't come, she didn't even call to find out how it's going. I even asked on that day, is this girl coming? And she was just not. I can see why Iyabo might have felt a certain type of way. And in good faith, Laura decided to meet up with her at the spa, yeah? And to smooth it out. So Laura gets there, she's like fangirling her. You know, I'm a fan, I don't have anything against you, I'm sorry I didn't come, I forgot. I can't remember the excuse she gave, whatever she gave, I don't remember. But she did basically just say, you know, she has nothing against her, she's sorry, which I thought was great. Two of them squashed it out. Iyabo told her, you know, with me, whatever you bring, you get. You know, I just thought you brought bad vibes the first time I met you, and she said it was nothing to do with you. Laura, darling, you never know when to stop, baby girl. Because when you had finished apologizing to her, you could have just carried your bags and you could have gone. But no, you decided to talk about other ladies. Caroline was now your focal point. You started to talk about Caroline to Iyabo. And what do you expect Iyabo to do at that point? Clearly, she had been out with these ladies. She knows them better than she knows you. So you sat there and you just went on. You just don't like Caroline. And you didn't even say any reason why. And you said, well, you heard they were playing games against you. You basically bashed Caroline to the point where you said you were going to slap her. I thought, nah, we're not going to do that. As black women, we've been portrayed for so many years for yanking off our wigs and fighting on national TV. That's just not a good look for you. So, of course, the spa ended. Iyabo could not wait. Now, Auntie Iyabo, I'm coming for you. You had some messy boots on, girlfriend, because if you really wanted to be the bigger person, I guess you were not trying to be. You could have just told Caroline directly what was said about Caroline. There was no need for you to go on a jog with Chioma and then bring Caroline's gist, because Caroline wasn't there. Imagine when you give somebody a gist, person that repeats it to somebody else. It's like Tattletale, it's traveled, it's moved. Do you get? You could have just sat down there and just said, whoa. As soon as the girl left, called Caroline, oh baby, this girl came to meet me at the spa. this and this and this is what she said. She clearly don't like you. So that way it would have just been between you, Laura, and Caroline. Chioma, baby girl, always looking nice. This was not your battle. You had no business to be featured in this. Even after Yabo told you, you saying you will slap her back, you and Laura deserve to be caned.
Oh my
you
God.
guys, this is not women. This is not Jerry Springer. This is not, for many years, black women have been portrayed as we're always catty, snatching each other's wigs off. Were you really going to slap her back if she had slapped Caroline Chioma? Like, are you a street fighter? I don't understand. Caroline throws this Bohemian beautiful party. Chioma arrives looking the part. Kaka! KK, that's what I say whenever I see Chioma on the screen. She's a very well put together girl. She knows her fashion. She definitely looks like she's coming out of a magazine every single time you see her. Yaba as well looks very beautiful on camera. In short, all of them actually bring it. Tony, I like that she always promotes everything she's selling. You know, that's the whole thing she's trying to be. Episode 3, Tony wasn't really on that episode. She only shows up at the Bohemian party, and of course her Bohemian outfit was also one to die for. Looked like a red Indian lady. The earrings, everything was definitely Tiana styling, elegante sort of style, you know, which was great. And so they sat down, and of course Laura arrived early. Caroline was so sweet to her. You know, Caroline is giving her, do you want to eat? Do you want to drink? Do you want this? Do you want that? And then they start talking about the fact that why you all playing the game when I'm not there. And everyone is like, look, it's not that serious, Laura. We all got jibed. You just weren't there in person. You know, Toyin told her, but again, I'm saying that would have been a nice time for Toyin to actually have said it there. So that way she wouldn't have felt like the ladies had something against. And I could see why Laura was a bit upset, because she's like, you know, you really told Chioma what I told you in the salon. When Caroline is sat next to you, might as well have just told Caroline, so that way. And then she's like, okay, let's have the conversation again. The issue I have with Caroline is you came for family, and family is off limits to me. Listen, Laura, your sister is not on the show. You are. This would have been a perfect opportunity for us to get to know you outside from being a blogger's sister. Nobody brought your sister into the mix. You did. You told another grown woman that the issue you have with her is that she came at your sister at some point. Again, it wasn't your fight. Why don't you just keep an open mind to get to meet people as you met them? It's not your fight. They're both grown women. If they both had a fallout at some nights in Gogoro years that you had nothing to do with, why would you carry that beef to now be on a show with each other, and that's the only thing you say to the lady? Now, Caroline obviously gets into tears, and she's like, your sister has been responsible for so many of my misery. She wrote about me, she did this, she did that. She's entitled to her feelings. I give Laura this, she did apologize. She's like, you know, I'm not gonna, when you talk about children are off limits, yeah. You know, and she did apologize there and there for saying she was going to slap her, and she let her have her moment, which was good. And then online, the battle continued again. Whew, if you're not watching Real Housewives of Lagos, you are missing. I personally feel like, you know, people need to just pick the battles that concern them. And, you know, if you're going to be on a show with other people, you come across as very lively and bubbly and very, I said this last week on, you know, on Instagram and on the streets, and people that will see you will think that that's what we're going to get. And even in your confessionals, you're kind of like a mean girl. You have a lot to say about other people. Is it scripted? I don't know. Is that the path you've decided to follow? Maybe. But then you can't say all of those things and then meet with them in public, and then you're like this quiet person who now just pokes. I mean, I make it make sense. I don't understand this. I really did feel bad for Caroline on this episode because, I mean, she did share something very, very deep. Her daughter has 2 holes in her heart, and I can only imagine what that was for her, having to deal with bullying and trolling and all of that, you know, shebang, knowing that you're dealing with a sick child. I definitely feel like regardless of what might have happened, she just shared that her daughter was sick, and I think that for me is beyond any show. It's deep. I do hope she's found healing. I do hope she's in a much better headspace. I do hope she's gone to therapy, and she and her family are doing great. But apart from that, the ladies are giving what needs to be given. The drama is getting intensified. Whew, I cannot wait for next week. I don't know if I'll review episode 4. I think I'm just gonna give you guys a breather so you can catch up. And then maybe we'll chat maybe like episode 6 and 7 and maybe like 8 if it's, you know, it's that long. I can't wait. Are you guys watching it? If you're not, get into it because this is like my favorite pastime. And I told you guys that I'm going to be reviewing some episodes. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you haven't subscribed, go to www.showmax.com, download, subscribe, and happy watching. Chat with you on the next episode of Talk and Moments. Goodbye.